We're finally back from our unscheduled staycation, and we're ready to hit the sand punching. In response to your response to our Stimisode, we are now responding with a whole bunch of your quirky listener stims and sensitivities. This tasty little bagel bite is stuffed to the brim with rants about overhead lighting, advice on how to be a responsible knuckle-cracker, 5 straight hours of us rounding up the Riverdale Round-Up, and many inappropriate interjects along the way. What we lack in podcasting talent, we more than make up for in untamed candlepower. So come finger gun your way into the stimception bagel bite, where we promise to leave you satisfied, but not too satisfied.
They said that we'd grow out of it. Well, the joke's on them, that's just our brains. We're eccentric, loud, and stubborn, and most of our clothing is covered in stains. It's not a deficit of attention, there's just too much to think about. So if executive dysfunction becomes a little too much, if you forgot why you came in this room, or you're hypersensitive to touch, then put on your seamless socks and come join our little flock. Bitches stimming together, we're weirds of a feather, weirds of a feather.
All right.
All right.
How are we sounding?
How are we sounding?
I think it sounds great.
Good. You ready?
Yes.
Okay. Bagel Bite number 10. Come listen with your friends, Grace and Kristen. Listen to the end, 'cause it's Bagel Bite number 10. We checked.
Whoa. When did you make up that little ditty?
Like a second ago.
That was great. Look at you. Songs McGee over here.
Yeah, just call me
Songs McGee. It's sticking.
I was gonna say Busta Rhymes, but all I could think of was R. Kelly, and I was like, no, not that one.
The Badman.
I don't like that one.
No.
And then I was like, Kanye, and I'm like, no.
Another Badman. Also, I took Badman from Jackie Zabrowski on page 7. Just need to throw that out there. She says, for Badman, she says Badman. She does that with a lot of her words, and I think it's hilarious. You just kind of like smush them together.
Very cute.
Yeah.
We swish.
I love you, Jackie. Yeah, we do smush.
Swish
a
and
fellow
smush.
smusher. That's why I think I took a liking to the Zabrowski family.
It is very entertaining.
Yes.
I guess I don't listen to it as often because I don't really know much about pop culture. So sometimes when they...
See, I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
I'll listen to them talk
about
anything.
I do. So here's my thing. I do want to listen to the Riverdale Round-Up, but that means I have to watch Riverdale.
I tried getting into Riverdale so I could listen to the Riverdale Round-Up. For those of you who don't know, 2 of the hosts on page 7, Jackie and MJ, they do another pod or like a side episode every week of Riverdale Round-Up where they watch Riverdale and talk about it. And I did the same thing because I wanted to listen because I'll listen to them talk about anything. They're both brilliant and hilarious.
I like to follow along.
I could not do it.
Is it really
I watched
bad?
like 2 episodes.
It's like vampires? Is it another vampire thing?
No, it's not spin-off. It's the Archie comics.
Oh, have we talked about this before?
No,
okay.
I don't think we've ever talked about Riverdale. Haley watches Riverdale.
Haley
and Emily, her little sister, would watch Riverdale. I feel like I need a much younger sister to get me into it. Otherwise, I just feel weird as like a 32-year-old watching Riverdale. But I guess Jackie and MJ are older than us.
Yeah.
And they watch it.
You're never too old
to watch teen
TV
drama.
Yeah, sure. Why not? I mean, there's a reason why it's successful, right?
Yeah, but it was painful and I couldn't do it. I just couldn't get myself to care as much. I can watch a dumb reality show. I can't really get into a dumb series for some reason.
I think I could get into a dumb series more.
I can watch a dumb reality show about like anything. Absolute garbage. I'll watch it. Because I just find the psychological aspect of what the people will do very interesting. Whereas a scripted show, if it's too like out there or just like dramatic or just overacted, I'm just like, no, I'm over it. I'm out of the moment.
I think, yeah. And yeah.
All right, welcome to Weirds of a Feather, an AuDHD-Adjacent podcast. I'm your host, Grace.
And I'm your host, Kristen.
And this is...
Bagel Bite number 10!
The Riverdale Round-Up of the Riverdale Round-Up.
Yeah,
welcome. We haven't watched the first Round-Up or
it's a
Riverdale.
re-Round-Up.
Yeah, the re-rounding up.
of Riverdale. Basically, we're going to talk for the next 5 hours about how we haven't watched Riverdale and reasons why we may or may not watch Riverdale.
But that doesn't stop us from talking about the plot line as if we've seen it.
Right. And the fact that we always want to listen to the Riverdale Round-Up despite not having seen Riverdale.
Yeah. It's a conundrum.
Welcome. No, just kidding, guys. That's not what we're talking about today. Today is a bagel bite, so get your mouth ready.
Yep. No. I'm going to cut those
You're going to cut that out?
Yeah. Kristen just did a bunch of gross mouth sounds that
I'll do it again.
I've done. See, I can't talk when you're doing them because then I have to cut. Stop it. Stop with the mouth sounds. My editing perfection is going crazy right now. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Hopefully I have successfully cut around all of those mouth sounds. All right, moving on. What were you saying? Bagel Bite. Get your mouths ready.
Get your mouths ready.
Yum,
it's
yum.
a bagel bite. Bagel bite.
Bagel Bite.
We're talking about stims again, but
Yes.
your stims, because we had a lot of people respond strongly to one of our episodes about stims that we recently put out.
Yeah, you guys are loving the Stimisode.
You loving the Stimisode, and I love it too.
Me too.
So in response to your response,
We are now responding.
Yeah. We just wanted to share with the rest of the group all of the responses that you guys have had, because a lot of people have I think a lot of people just like relate and they're like, oh my gosh, I can't believe that was a stim. That makes so much sense.
Yeah, stimming sense.
Makes so much sense. I'm understanding myself more.
And that's what we love to hear.
Yeah, I'm really excited that everybody was like really responsive about that. And I appreciate you guys because I love you guys.
Same.
And we want to talk about you guys.
Yeah, because there were also some stims in there that I was like, oh yeah, that is a stim that I had like completely forgotten about.
Right.
So yeah, we wanted to shout out your stims.
Right. So we went through our emails, we went through the Facebook group and our DMs. And yeah, and we're gonna share some listener response areas.
Yep, some Instagram poll responses.
Yep. A lot of people responding to the polls.
Yep,
Thank you
Russ,
guys.
you were on it this time.
I know.
Good job.
I did tag him.
Oh, well, good. You did what was expected of you then, Russ.
Yeah. Well, you know what? He asked for help and I helped.
I know. And
You know?
he did well with that.
He
help.
responded twice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Double response.
Double response.
All right, you're on it, Russ. Good
All
job.
right.
We're proud of you.
Okay, Grace.
Yes.
Before we get into it, do you want to talk about this one little thing?
Yeah, let's chat.
All right. If you know anything about Overtired, you know that it's a podcast that covers an eclectic range of topics in the most real, raw way possible. Christina Warren, Brett Terpstra, and Jeff Severance-Gonsal chat weekly about tech, TV, movies, ADHD, mental health, and now and then Taylor Swift for some reason.
Overtired has you covered on tech and programming.
You know you won't get it here.
So get it there. Mental health, check-ins and tips, and television and media. Follow their personal life journey and get great advice and recommendations on tech, mental health, movies, music, and tons more from these wizards of the internet.
If you add any new podcast to your must-listen list, this is it. Find Overtired everywhere you listen to podcasts or at overtiredpod.com. That's overtiredpod.com. Okay, let's get back into it.
All right, this first one comes to us from Esther in the Facebook group. What's up, Esther?
Hey, Esther.
You are amazing. We love you, Esther. You're always chattering away in the Facebook group with great posts, great comments. We love to see it. So thanks for participating. Esther says, OMG, I'm in the process of replacing every light in my house with smart lights or smart switches. Ooh, smart switches. I guess I don't know about those.
Oh, I know. She posted it. Did you not see the picture? Called you out.
Well, I did look at the pictures. I guess I was just not paying attention.
There's a smart switch. There's a piano.
I was distracted by the lights.
Yeah, the lights were really
go
pretty.
check out the Facebook group, by the way. Esther posted some pictures of her own home, and she has amazing purple lights, which I love, Esther.
She's amazing taste.
That's my light color. Yeah, your house looks lovely. Your house looks lovely.
It looks wonderful, darling.
Yes, so go check those out because there are some pictures to go along with this post. Anyways, back to Esther. She says, I've had all kinds of electricians in my house, and they do not understand that I need to be able to have very dim lights and to be able to change the colors. Me too, Esther. And Lily, my sister, makes fun of me for my color bulbs, and she does not like them, and she's very judgmental to me about them. So I just got a chandelier that has 5 different bulbs. I put color changing lights in all of them.
They're all different colors, which bothers me a little bit.
I love it. I got purple, I got pink, I got blue, I got green, I got orange, I think it is.
Are they, so here's my question with the color changing bulbs. Are they only purple or blue or pink, or can you switch the colors?
Like have it change.
Yeah.
One type that I have will change because they're more expensive, but this cheapo version doesn't change.
Just one color.
But one has like a whole scene that you can put it on. And like if you have multiple bulbs, they'll all sync up and do like fireplace, and they'll flicker like red and orange and yellow. Yeah, they're very exciting. I love having the option to either have like a nice light bulb color and dim it, or have a different color depending on my mood. You know?
Nice.
Anyways, back to Esther. Focus, Grace. Focus, Kristen. All right, she says, I've been hyper-focusing for weeks now, and why do they have to put those little piercing LED lights on the smart switches? I hate that too. I hate when there's like a tiny little light shining.
Right.
She says, and literally everything that plugs in these days. Right? That's what,
right.
Yeah. Well, it seems so unnecessary.
Oh, you know what? I watched a TikTok. There are certain stickers you can put that are like sunglasses for those little lights.
Oh, well, actually, speaking of that, Russ made a comment on Esther's post, and he said, tip for the LEDs on switches, you can reduce the intensity with a little nail polish, even black them out completely.
Russ.
That's so smart. And he says this can also give a tactile register on the switch, like home keys on a keyboard. Russ, that is so smart.
Russ.
Double whammy right there. You block out the color and you get a little tactile input of where the light is. I love that.
So smart.
Yeah, that is a really good tip. All right, and then Esther ends with, they bug the freaking hell out of me. Also, what is up with 5K and 6K lighting? Seriously, it's horrible. You with me? I know you freaks are.
What?
I don't know what 5K and 6K lighting are.
$5,000 lighting? Like, I know chandeliers are expensive, but I'm not buying a $5,000.
No, I'm guessing she's talking about some level of brightness. Maybe the equivalent is, because I think Esther's Australian.
Oh.
Esther, are you Australian?
Kilowatts?
Most of you are. Oh.
Because here in America, we go by lumens, which are, right?
Do we? Don't we have watts? We have watts,
but we also, for like flashlights and stuff, it's like candlepower.
Oh,
that's just for flashlights. Never mind.
Candlepower.
Yeah. No, we have watts. I'm sorry.
We have watts. Okay. Update. We have watts.
We have watts.
I don't know what 5K and 6K lighting are. I could look it up, but I won't. But I'm guessing it means...
We'll take a poll. No, we won't take a poll. I'm just kidding.
What do you think 5K and 6K lighting mean? No.
Tell us your thoughts. weirdsandfeather@gmail.com. What do you think that means?
Yeah, just let us know. We're not going to look it up, so please just give us your best guess. But I will say that I am very triggered by people who have like overhead fluorescent lights. Maybe that's what that means. In their home, like in their living room. This is one of my things that make me irrationally angry, is when I walk past someone's house and they're like watching TV in the living room just with a fluorescent overhead light on. I'm just like outside their house screaming, why? You don't have to live this way. It makes me so mad. Anyway,
in the hospital, every time I like went to work, by the end of the day, my eyes would be like burning and like I'd just be so like in pain. And I was like, oh, maybe I have like some sort of like my eyes, maybe I need glasses. So I went and got glasses. And she's like, nah, you don't really need glasses. You probably need blue lights. So I got blue lights and it was helpful. But then I went to Kohl's and I got these $6 pair of blue light glasses that I really liked that were just cheapies, obviously $6 on sale.
Hell yeah.
And they're like extra yellow. And I was like, I don't know if I'll like these. And that is what I needed, is the extra yellow. Because of all the blue fluorescent light, it's like a blue tinge almost. I think the yellow balances it out. So even when I wear my other regular blue lights, it's not like enough of the yellow. So now I wear those all the time.
That makes so much sense. Yep. That's a good tip. And actually, we're not going to cover this Bagel Bite, but I want to talk about it soon because someone posted in the Facebook group about how our comorbidities episode helped them discover that they have Irlen syndrome, which is like a visual processing eye condition thingy, go listen to that episode.
Yeah.
I'm not summing it up well.
Go listen to the comorbidities episode.
Yeah.
There's a thing called Irlen syndrome, and then this person said that they have it, and then they only looked into it because of our episode.
Yeah, she hadn't heard about it before our episode, and it's pretty easily correctable just with a colored tint on your glasses. But what color you need is different for every person. So that just made me think of that. We'll talk about that soon. Yeah. But that's a good tip about fluorescent lights, because sometimes you're stuck at work and there's nothing you can do about it.
Right.
But in your own home, choosing that for yourself, like just having it as like your kitchen overhead light and being like, this is fine. Burr, burr, burr. Turn on the light. I'm with you, Esther. Lights bother me so much, and I will not live in any other conditions, and no one should. All right. Moving on to Lisa. Do you want to read Lisa's?
I do.
Okay.
I will do my best. I have a hard time reading.
You got it.
It's a big one. She wrote a lot.
Yeah. Lisa also is a great participant in our Facebook group. Thank you, Lisa. We always see you in there, and we love you.
All right. She says, what is something you now realize is a stim but didn't recognize before? I've realized I have a few stims. Never thought I had any at all. Crying emoji. Laugh cry emoji. One that I really didn't recognize, but that I do all the time is the joint cracking. I used to crack my knuckles all the time, but I was always told off for it because it disturbs people, which it does.
It's disturbing.
I used to be a
big cracker.
I crack my neck.
Yeah, your neck is disturbing because you do it so suddenly, and it sounds like your neck is snapping. You'll just be sitting there, and all of a sudden you'll like really fast. It's like what the fuck?
If you don't do it fast, it doesn't work.
It's very unexpected.
Yeah,
the knuckle cracking doesn't really bother me.
You know what it is? It's the people who make like an event of it. Yeah. I used to work with someone who would start at his toes. And like he knew people were bothered by it, but did it anyway, and do toes and then knees and then his neck and then like every bone he ever had. And I'm like, all right.
Yeah, that seems more like a routine than a stim.
I was like, could you do this daily before routine. Work?
Yeah.
Like,
couldn't you schedule this on a different time?
Maybe I'm being insensitive.
As opposed to like, I feel like stimming is more either you don't realize that you're really doing it, or you're just doing it like while you're sitting there and not really.
But he'd make like a production. He'd like purposely stand near the people who was bothersome by. Yeah.
Yeah, that's upsetting.
What a dick.
Be responsible with your cracking.
Yeah. So now I rotate my ankles because they crack and crunch too. Ooh. That actually is really satisfying.
Yeah, I do like to do that.
Okay. Subtle enough that most people can't hear it unless the room is super quiet. Good work. If I'm in the car somewhere where I can't easily crack, in quotes, crack my hands or my feet safely, which is good, safety first, I've noticed I sit upright and I pull my shoulder blades back to crack my thoracic area. I need to learn how to do this.
Yes.
I did this almost every 5 minutes or so whilst listening. Okay. Side note. This is a second person who's wrote in whilst.
I'm saying it the same every time.
Here's the thing. I've heard of this word.
I think it's a British Australian.
Okay. I was like, I've heard
American word
of it, but I've never heard it in use. And now this is the second time.
Yeah. I think it's just
okay.
Fancy way of saying while. Like how I say, what's the word I always say? That's not technically, I guess, a real word. Aponst.
Aponst.
Okay. I love the word aponst.
No, I'm not saying that I don't like it. It's like, you know, when you learn a word and then you see it everywhere?
Yeah.
This is what's happening.
It's because you're noticing it. And because you have trouble saying it.
It's true. Whilst.
Like while.
Whilst.
And then just add whilst. Just kind of add that ST on the end.
Whilst.
You got it. That's it.
Bear with me, guys. You know, I used to have a lisp when I was little. Or a stutter. I forget which one. I had a stutter. Sorry.
Stutter. Well, they say once a stutterer, always a stutterer, because it's your brain wiring.
Thanks.
I specialized in stuttering in grad school, and actually, that's a topic I want to talk about at some point, because it's this random patch of knowledge that I have that I think is really important for people to know about.
We can do random info dumps.
Yeah, I would love to do that.
Yeah.
We could do random pockets of knowledge that I have, and now you should too.
Yeah, I'd love to do an episode like that. Yeah.
All right. And whilst we think about that, let's get back into
Okay, sorry.
Lisa's sentence.
Let me start.
You just stopped mid-sentence there to rant about whilst.
Okay. And she said, I did this almost every 5 minutes or so whilst listening to this podcast while driving.
Nice. You nailed that.
Another cry laugh emoji. Sorry I got off track.
I'm not trying to devalue your comment. I value it very much, but I had a
know.
moment. What do you mean?
I'm just kidding. You're doing great.
I'm doing my best.
Let's finish it out.
This is extra satisfying to do over the back of a low chair too.
Ooh, yeah.
I feel like
I'm more of a twister. I like to twist in a chair and like crack my kind of hips and back, but like leaning back over one, a low chair, that's satisfying too.
that's super satisfying. Yeah. This episode triggered so many things I want to chat and post all about in this group for sake of keeping my own post shorter. What is a stim that you have that you didn't recognize was a stim, either due to this episode or another episode in discussion? Oh, she's asking that to the Facebook group. I'm glad we're all here to learn this.
But we can shout that out to our listeners as well.
Okay.
To either go in there and respond or email us.
Yes. Email us at weedorfeather@gmail.com.
Yep.
Or DM us at Words of Feather. And she says, oh, and I'm a cheek chewer too, and lips, especially if there are dry. Oh yeah, if there's dry skin on my lips, I'm biting that shit off.
Oh, same, and peeling.
Until it bleeds.
Yep. And I regret it.
I bite the tough skin at the sides of my nails. Not sure if these are classified as cuticles too. They are.
Yeah, I would say cuticles.
Or cuticles.
Except she says, or if I should claim that I bite my fingers. That's kind of how I feel too. It kind of goes into finger territory. Because I'll get carried away. I'll peel them. And then at some point, I'm just biting my fingers. It's no longer cute.
It's no longer cute. It's just fangs.
Yeah, I'm gnawing on my fingers. So, yeah, I would say you're a finger gnawer. Gnawer. That's a great word.
Okay. And this is one I can relate to very much. And give me a blemish, like a pimple or a blackhead, and I struggle to hold myself back. And I will literally search my body prior to a shower. Me too! I'm looking for that gold, Lisa. Looking for that perfect blackhead to just... Yeah, and I pop Christopher's because he'll if he finds a good one, he'll save it for me because he loves me so much.
Oh, that's so romantic.
Oh, I fucking love that. And I like the pimple popping videos sometimes, but like there's nothing more satisfying to get that little like pop from a whitehead or something. Oof.
I like pulling an ingrown hair.
Oh yeah,
that's more satisfying to me.
That's really satisfying. And I even see. Oh, well,
I was going to say, speaking of that, Lily, my sister, just sent me a weird gift in the mail. And she said, the card said, enjoy this weird thing. And it was just a fidget toy where was it called Baby? It's Baby something?
It's something weird.
It's something weird.
You're going to post a picture of it.
Yes, I'll post it. I'll post a link of it. And it has all these little like ingrown hairs and it comes with tweezers. And you literally are pulling the ingrown hairs out of this like little man baby's face.
I will be buying 5.
It's so weird, but it's so satisfying.
I will be buying all of them. Yeah. Yes. Lisa, I relate to that so hard. That like just triggered something in me.
Lisa,
gutturally.
Get one of these little babies if you like ingrown hair as well. I wonder if they make them with pimples. If they make them for the little babies that you pull the hair out of.
I'm going to have to do some research.
I'm sure they make things that like...
You can pop.
Make it seem...
It's not the same though.
Yeah. All right.
There's no blood.
All right. Well, I guess keep doing your thing, both of you. All right. On to another comment from...
If you like popping pimples, email us.
Keep it to yourself. On to Cassie.
Yeah.
Cassie also commented in the Facebook group about stims. She said, I'm listening to the self-stimulatory behaviors episode again, and I just realized I am not alone in being hypersensitive to sound.
Yeah.
I can't sleep if the heating is on, as I can hear water moving through the pipes, and everyone thinks I'm weird.
Oh, we had an old house that
I
had
feel
that,
so seen. Yeah, I like
it's
when
like
there's
a weird sloshing,
yeah,
which is uneasy.
I like when there's a consistent background sound like a fan, but I don't like when it's inconsistent like that, where all of a sudden water will like come down.
Yep,
I agree with that. She said, and I just realized I have auditory processing disorder.
Hey,
my daughter's
welcome to the club.
Welcome to the club. Welcome to the what club? She said, my daughter's...
Sorry, that was so great.
Thanks. She said, my daughters get so mad at me because they will say something to me and I frequently say, what? And then answer their questions / respond to their conversation as they're repeating themselves.
Yeah. Oh, man.
Yep. It's so annoying, but I can't stop doing it. Maybe when we say what, our conversational partners should just learn to not say anything.
We should say hold.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Maybe,
hold.
I guess that's on us to say hold instead of what. Like we should have... Like, you know, processing. We should be like, processing.
Buffering. That's what you said last time. Buffering.
Yeah.
I think what I do, maybe people are just used to me, but like when I'm at work, I just kind of like look at the ground and then I kind of look at them and then I go, okay. And they're like, oh, all right.
Yeah, I feel like having something to say there would be nice.
Holding.
But I feel like what is the natural, because we think that we didn't hear it.
Yeah,
but
we're
really
like
our brains
gaslighting ourselves that we didn't hear it, but we did hear it. We're just buffering.
Our brains are slow.
Hold
We
on.
got slow brain.
Hold it.
Wait.
And response.
And here it comes. All right. Finishing out Cassie's message, she said, ironically, I've had to listen to the episode again as I was applying eyelash extensions to my eldest and couldn't process all the information in the podcast as I had to concentrate so hard on the task at hand.
Are you taking new clients?
Or is this just something you were doing for your daughter? I don't know if it...
I'll come to you.
You don't know where she lives.
I'll find out.
She could be one of our Australians.
Sounds like they're taking a road trip.
All right.
A plane trip.
Yeah, get in that car.
Yep.
Let's go to Australia.
I've never had eyelash extensions. Although I think my eyelashes are long enough.
Yeah,
sometimes I trim them
long. You do not need extensions.
They're I need like more volume is what I need.
You trim them back like hedges.
Yeah, well, because they get my glasses. When I wear my glasses, they rub up against my glasses. So
I hate that.
So I've started to curl them again, but I might just chop them.
All right.
Okay, let's move on to Instagram. Let's go.
All right, I'm going to plow through these last few comments from Instagram.
Yep.
We had some good responses about your stims.
Sure.
All right, an Instagram
Lily.
message from Lily. We got who? Oh, you read this one.
Okay.
I just read Cassie's.
Lily says, is this Lily's sister Lily?
No, not my sister.
Not sister Lily.
Not sister Lily.
There's sister Lily and not sister Lily.
Yeah, different Lily.
This is other Lily.
Yeah. Different other Lily.
Different other, and we love her just as much.
Yeah.
Thank you, Lily, for your
same
response.
Amount as my sister.
Yep. She says, for stims, I think the question was like, what are your stims? And this is what she responds as. Pushing my teeth against each other in a very specific way, repeating words/phrases in my head, twirling my hair on my finger, me too, in a very specific way. Get back to us. Do you cut the circulation off your finger or do you just like let it go?
Yeah. Do you just like to do the fidget of it or do you also like the action of losing circulation?
Yeah. Let me know. We're doing a very specific research.
Yes.
All of the leg wiggles and foot jiggles, pushing back my cuticles and cleaning from underneath my nails, etc., etc. Always thought it was just inattentive until I turned into my body.
Tuned into my body. Yes. Paid attention to what her body was doing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're stimming.
I definitely do the repeating words and phrases in my head.
Mm-hmm.
I want to know about pushing your teeth together in a very specific way.
Yeah, I like the front
or like the back ones, like your molars.
Like are you doing the fronts?
Yeah. Are you coming down like one at a time as if you're doing like a piano scale?
Maybe you're doing canine to canine? Like, because aren't these canines?
Yeah.
The pointies to pointies? Upper pointies to lower pointies?
Yeah, are you going pointies to pointies, molars to molars? Are you going in a scale, like a piano scale, one at a time across the mouth?
Incisor to incisor?
Yeah. Does your tongue have anything to do with it? Are you like moving, or is your tongue involved in this process? Is the cheek in the way? Yeah, where are the cheeks in this process?
Yeah, if you're saying a specific way, specifically tell me how it's specific.
I need to know the specific way.
Yeah.
It's going to be hard to describe probably, but...
I will not think of anything else until I get this answer.
Pushing my teeth against each other. Oh, in a very specific way. Maybe one row is behind and she's pushing one forward. It's probably not great for your teeth, but I know you can't help it probably. Like, yeah, have your upper teeth behind your lower teeth and kind of push. You don't need to make that face. I'm sure she's not like widening her eyes and scarily staring at people. I guess I don't really. Sometimes I guess I'll clench my back molars together.
Yeah, I clench my teeth a lot. And then I'm like, why does my jaw hurt?
Yeah, I wonder.
Why am I in pain?
But pushing my teeth against each other, that wording makes me think that it's not that. It seems like they're going, I don't know. Anyways, Lily, we'll just get back to us. Yeah. We don't need to speculate on this any further. All right. And quickly, some Instagram poll responses from you guys.
Yep. Potato Socks at Potato Socks. Best Instagram handle ever.
Yes.
I don't know what that means, but I love it.
Potato Socks.
At Potato Socks says, nail picking, doodling, always needing something in my hands when talking.
Yes.
Which I relate to.
Yes.
As I'm holding my Fidgesaurus.
Yes. I feel so uncomfortable if anyone is perceiving me talking while standing, especially.
Like, what do I do in my hands?
Yeah.
I just
hold
leave
them
there.
together like I'm a professor.
That's the same with pictures. When people are like, let's line up for pictures, I'm like, I hope I got pockets.
Yeah, because now we're not allowed to do millennial arm, which I never liked. I would just do it because I don't know what to do with my arms.
Yeah.
I want to do back-to-back crossed arms like a
I'll
90s
do that with
movie.
you.
Let's do that.
Yeah.
Well, this is why I never pose seriously in...
I can't pose seriously. I don't know how you did your wedding photos.
Yeah, that was different because I felt like a different person kind of because I felt like a little doll,
Yeah.
I feel like. But normally, I feel like then I had an excuse to be posing fancily. Also, she directed us.
Oh,
My
that's
lovely wedding photographer, Leslie Swan at Leslie Swan Photography. Check her out. She does amazing, like moody pictures.
Ooh.
She's great. But yeah, normally I cannot pose normally. I just go into like weird stance. What can I put my foot up on? And like do a weird deep lunge, you know? Same with dancing. I'd rather just dance all silly because dancing seriously is embarrassing when you don't know how to dance seriously. So I'd rather just fuck around. And that's more fun anyways.
Yeah, that is way more fun.
Yeah. All right. Enya.
Enya.
On the poll. Enya says for her stims, stretching. Oh, yes, I do that one a lot.
Yeah.
Sidestepping to and fro.
Yup.
Where she explains it as swinging foot taps the standing foot and then repeat. And then also chewing her bottom lip.
Nice.
Yeah.
Russ responded and he says, leg bounce, which I 100% agree with. A stand and sway, which I'm a big fan of.
Yeah, I love the stand and sway.
A stretch and crack neck / back joints.
Yep.
Please show me what you're doing because I feel like I need to crack better. I think my technique is off. Space stare, which I totally...
I love the terminology for that space stare.
And his last one, inappropriate interject.
Yes, I love that one too.
That is a great one too.
Yes.
Yes.
It is funny to think about interrupting as stimming, but obviously it's us like getting dopamine because we want to like share and get in on this thing.
I have a hard time just sitting and listening without saying my 2 cents.
Yes. And so you can either choose to like jiggle your leg as a stim to keep you like engaged, or you can interrupt. That makes sense. Those are like 2 different choices to get that dopamine.
Right. Yes. I am an interrupter.
Yes.
And I'm trying, so I work with a bunch of neurotypicals and I am trying to not interrupt as much, but I just cannot.
It's like physically painful
it's
sometimes.
So I'm like, just thinking about it, I'm like, you know, I have like a comment and I'm just like, let me share my comment. I got to get in there.
Yeah,
and then
let me just sneak this in here and then we can continue with whatever you're saying.
But the thing is it's never like a sneak in. And then they always, the way that it's presented is that they do not do the back and forth like that. It's kind of like you say something and now I say something. Or I'm just here to listen while you say lots of things.
No.
And it's difficult, but here I am just taking it one day at a time.
Yeah, you're doing your best.
Yeah,
that's all we can ask for. Yeah. All right. Matthew said, I thought Matthew's was funny. He said for his stims, playing with a lighter or a pocket knife, he said, aka dangerous mechanical objects.
Sure.
I don't know if those are the best choices.
Yeah, this sounds like a safety hazard, but...
For some reason, I was picturing you, maybe it's because you said pocket knife, I was picturing you playing with a lighter in your pocket. And that's like I can see myself doing.
Yeah,
like
just
not
like
really,
accidentally lighting your...
Yeah, setting your pockets on fire.
Yeah, probably not the best decision.
Yeah, but I can totally see it like being in your pocket.
Is it a pocket knife or is it like a switchblade? And can you do that? If it is a switchblade, is it like can you do like the...
Yeah.
Get back to us at weirdsofafeather@gmail.com.
Yep.
Let us know.
Yep.
Also, be safe out there, kids, with your knives and your dangerous objects.
And your lighters. Don't light your pockets on fire.
Yeah.
Play with your lighters out of the pockets. Or
Yes,
maybe
please.
not at all.
Yeah.
All right, last 2.
Okay, Trisha said toe wiggling.
Toe wiggling, that's a good one.
Which is a good one.
Yeah.
Secret.
I like to crack my toes. I wiggle / crack them, I guess. That's a fun one.
That is nice.
Yep.
I like when that happens.
And then Lisa told us about her pH, her preferred hug.
Oh, I didn't see this.
Yes, she wrote it must be on Instagram. Same Lisa as above. Yeah. She said, my pH is definitely a tight squeeze.
Oh, Lisa, no.
I think I like the pressure input.
Okay, that's fair.
But what if someone was just squeezing you, but it was removed from a hug? Like,
how would
let's
that
say
happen?
You're on fire.
Sure.
A little fire.
Okay.
You just need a little tight squeeze to put it out.
Yeah.
And then you're okay.
Well,
what
I
if
think
I came up behind you or someone really big
Yeah.
squeezed you really tight, but it wasn't in like a we're hugging situation. It was like, I'm squeezing your body for some reason.
Sure.
And there's a valid reason in this example.
We don't have to make eye contact.
Yeah. He's from behind, but not in a creepy way. More like a very, very tight squeeze on your body.
Here's a question. Do we have to talk about it after?
No. And then he leaves and you never see him again. You don't even have to go face to face.
I don't have to say thank you.
No, he just leaves.
That would be okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you would like the pressure of it.
I like the pressure.
Okay.
That's why I like a pat on the back. Lots of pressure.
Yeah.
Over and over. Poop, poop, poop.
I think I had a dream last night about patting someone on the back.
And then you're like,
telling
wow.
them that means I cared for you. It's in an affectionate way.
You like entered one of my dreams.
Yeah. I must have been in one of your fantasy dreams where pats on the back are an acceptable style of hug.
We need to do a whole episode on more PEMDASs, social PEMDASs,
yes,
because I've come up with a lot of them. I do this at work. I have like all my little mental lists of rules and things that are appropriate.
Yep.
That I've accumulated
like
in my travels.
Rules?
What?
Like social rules?
Social rules, yeah.
Yeah.
Like with my patients, when I want to try and make a connection, I give them a little light but longing hand on the shoulder, and I go, and I like say something like, "We'll see you next week" or something like that. But it's the light hand on the shoulder.
Yep.
And then I walk away.
All right.
And
that's a good move
to establish connection.
Nice.
And that's like one of my moves, but it's not because I actually want to do it. It's because I'm trying to establish a connection.
Well, at what point does this become scripting? Is what we'll have to talk about in this episode.
So that's we'll save that for another day. But I think I do a lot of scripting, and I do have a lot of like PEMDASs. It's not that I just go, oh, this would be a good idea to establish that social connection.
Yeah.
So they feel I do care about them, but I don't feel like I show it very well. So I have all my little call them tricks.
That's scripting, Kristen.
I know. Okay, we'll talk about it later.
We don't need to get in this.
That's another day.
Into this on this episode, but yeah, that'll be a good conversation about that.
That will be fun.
That'll be interesting.
I'm excited.
All right, and just real quick at the end, Peter, meat candling Peter, he is really behind on the podcast and feels like he's too behind and he's really overwhelmed, and so he can't get back into it. He's too overwhelmed.
What?
I keep telling him just start with the most recent one. Just start here. He won't. But he saw that we did stims.
How is he overwhelmed? Peter, you just have to listen. You don't even have to like respond.
He has to respond. If he listens, he
doesn't have to respond. Peter,
he does have to. He always he has to live text me as he's listening to episodes.
You don't have to do anything.
This is more like he just needs to respond as if we're in a conversation while he's listening. He's that type.
Okay.
Anyway, he saw that we did stims. He won't listen to the episode because he's overwhelmed. But he said,
okay.
I fidget a lot, but not with toys and shit. I drum all the time and break sticks into small bits while I'm working. Are those stims?
Yes.
And I said, yes. And that made me think of like breaking up little pieces of grass when you're a little kid.
Oh, yeah,
especially
yeah.
like when you're playing sports. Whenever you have to sit on the ground while a coach is talking, I'm ripping grass out of the ground.
Yeah. That grass is not safe.
Yeah, I'm ripping it all out.
Or in AstroTurf, they have all the like little
pebbles.
Yep. And you're just like,
yeah. Oh, yeah. And you kind of move your hand around and all the pebbles jump up.
Yeah.
I like that. But yeah, I like breaking up little like leaves and pieces of grass. And then he said, I broke up an acorn today and there was a grub inside. It was a stimception, a stim within a stim. Because I guess then he was playing with the grub, which is disgusting, Peter.
Peter, I'm so worried about you.
He's an outside
Here's
boy.
my question.
Yeah.
When he says drum, is it lap padding? Are you patting your lap?
Well, he actually plays the drums, so I'm wondering if he's either doing finger drums or if he's like taking
finger guns.
Oh, or if he's like taking two.
Can that be a stim?
Yeah, that could be a stim. Finger guns. I can't stop.
Okay.
I just got
finger guns are your stim.
I got to finger gun it out.
Please email me so we can be best friends.
I love the idea of that. Well, I guess in the same way that you do the lap pat when you're excited walking down the hallway, I can see someone be like, can't wait for the surgery. And I love the idea of that.
I feel like that's going to be a little inappropriate at work. I think someone's going to think that I'm like actually shooting them.
No, I think they'll know it's finger guns. Like a fun, yeah.
If I shoot from the hip?
Yeah. You can do that when you're walking alone down the hallway.
Oh, yeah.
Just
no one will ever talk to me then.
And then you kind of do swing to one side, swing to the other, like with each leg as you're going out. You know, pew,
pew,
yeah,
pew.
I like the idea of this.
If I need to talk to a nurse, I should point my guns at her.
Yeah.
Pew, pew, I need you.
Yeah. I think people will respond really well to
I
this.
do not. I think
I think the neurotypicals are going to love
there's
it.
going to be 2 people who absolutely love it. And then there's going to be everybody else who is like, why did we hire her?
Has Kristen had a mental break
Yeah,
recently?
we need to check on Kristen.
Is she okay? She's finger gunning me a
Yeah.
lot. And I see her doing it alone in the hallway.
Yeah, there's trouble in the home.
She must not be well. All right. And that is our episode.
That's our Bagel Bite.
That is our
Yeah.
Bagel Bite. We hope you didn't burn your mouths and you enjoyed this tasty little treat.
I hope your mouths are full, but not too full.
Yep, just the right amount.
Appropriately satisfied.
Yes, but not too satisfied.
Yeah. We always have to keep you longing for more.
Yeah, that way you'll come back.
Yep. If you enjoyed this episode, you can tell us about it at weirdsofafeather@gmail.com. You can DM us at Weirds of a Feather. You can find us on TikTok, kind of, but more importantly, you can find us on the Facebook group where a lot of these discussions are happening.
Yeah, let us know your
make some new friends.
funky stims.
Tell us about your Sims. Tell me about your preferred hugs, because
we'll have to do a poll. Did you even do a poll about the pH
yes,
in this episode?
Yes.
Oh,
I'm doing another one.
All
a
right.
lot of people liked the tight squeeze, not too many pat on the
that's right.
backers.
All right, well, maybe we can do this. Maybe we can ask people to write in their hugging PEMDAS of how you go into a hug with someone who's like, the situation calls for it. It's not a close.
I'm going to post on the Facebook
Okay.
a very specific situation.
Okay. Stepdad.
We'll post a couple. Stepdad at Christmas. Do you hug?
And how? What's
your
arm,
PEMDAS?
where does your arm go? How long? How tight?
Mm-hmm.
Where's your body?
Coworker
Where
you've been
your-
working with for like 2 to 3 months, but you're at like a work function outside of work,
Ah.
and they say what's your PEMDAS?
Yeah. What's
Do
your
you
PEMDAS?
hug?
How do you approach that?
Yeah.
Let us know. Well, we'll do a poll. Let us know in the poll.
Yeah.
All right. And you can leave us a review and subscribe to us on Apple Podcasts and Spotify. We really appreciate it. It means a lot to us as long as it's 5 stars. Otherwise, go fuck yourselves.
Or just leave us a reason.
yeah.
If you're leaving us 1 star, you got to nut up and tell us why.
Have the courage to say something. All right. And
we
that's
really
it.
like the reviews. We read them. We cherish them.
They live in our hearts
And our dreams.
and our butts.
Uh,
All right. We'll talk to you guys next week. Kristen, squawk us out.
okay.
Ooh.
Yes.
Nice. Quack, 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 quack. That's not a good duck.
This is a crow waking up in the morning.
Oh,
Yeah.
just a
It's a
sleepy,
big yawn.
sleepy crow. Oh,
Yeah.
that's a big yawn. It's a hungry blue jay.
Oh, I'm going to do duck.
Okay.
That
That was a good duck.
He was in the distance.
He seemed like he was getting further away.
Yeah.
A duck walking down a hill.
Yeah.